Welcome to Between Two Pastries. This is Nicole.
Hey, it's Annie.
Pause. Um,
Pause. Nicole, you're up.
yeah, exactly. It's sort of a little bit of a follow-up on our last chat, I guess, on, COVID isolation, disordered eating. One thing that Annie and I actually meant to talk about in the last one was immunity around it. And, we're seeing there's a lot of things that get Annie and I's goat. There's so many
This
things.
is one of them.
Well, just because of the fact that again, there's just so much false advertising around so many things and misleading information. It's just frustrating. So we can go on and on about a few things, but one of the things that we're kind of seeing and we're getting a little upset about too is and I hate to even word it this way, but I'm just going to throw it out there.
Do it.
Yeah, people making money off of this whole COVID thing and improving your immunity. And it's so
what I've seen is
yeah.
boosting your immunity.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, it's all fine and good. It's just, for this particular thing, we're dealing with
It's not.
beast. Yeah. And Ann and I were even talking about even just like normal times where you would want to boost your immunity during cold and flu season. Yeah, we get it. It doesn't automatically mean though that, you'll ward off a cold. You've got to make sure you wash the hands, you do the things, you don't touch your face, you know what I mean? To contract some of this
right.
stuff. If you have a stronger immunity, sure, that can help you, but it doesn't always mean you're not going to end up getting sick. It might mean that maybe it'll take a day off of that of experience,
right? Of a cold or a flu that we've been exposed to.
Correct. In viruses are different, but the experience is completely new in general. And again, we're no experts in this by any means, but we just want to make it clear that we don't want people feeling misled. Like, okay, so if I eat more spinach in a day or more strawberries in a day, I'm going to make myself stronger to not get this thing or to not get sick during this time. And that's not necessarily completely true. So, we just kind of wanted to,
open the door.
Yeah. Public service announcement.
Right. Totally a public service announcement.
Yeah.
So here was the one that, I've seen a lot, and here was my favorite one to quote unquote boost your immunity was cupcakes that you make using vitamin water and emergency.
First of all, it sounds so disgusting.
Because that's gross, number one.
Any of that stuff, anything that has a vitamin in it, it always ends up having some metallic taste to it. I'm thinking like, what the heck would those even come up? But also, again, this just gets us so upset. But also, you heat that stuff. You basically killed off anything.
You killed it.
Because first of all, it's synthetic, so it's not. It's not even a naturally occurring thing. Where you cook broccoli, there's still nutrition in there. But you cook a supplement. Oh, that's so weird. And you're not getting any effect. But this bakery, like you said, Annie, because you sent it to me.
Yep.
Advertising this, trying to sell, and I get it. Like, fine, if you want to get cutesy about stuff, fine. But it's still a matter of don't mislead people. But please, people, do not cook with emergency.
No, please don't. And baking with emergency is not going to ward off a virus.
Right.
It's not going to, that's not what it's meant for.
Right.
And that's not like, you cannot boost your immune system with anything. Yeah. Your immune system is what it is. Mm-hmm. You can add in different vitamins and minerals that might, again, like Nicole said, might help take a day off or a couple hours, or maybe things you experience aren't as bad with a cold or flu, things we've experienced since we were little kids. But with something like this, it's not a thing. You can't do that.
Yeah, it is not a thing.
Not a thing.
What was another one that you saw? I have seen.
Oh God, there's a lot out there. There's a lot of companies asking for money for different supplements. I've seen a lot of zinc things out there, which some people don't use medicine at all, and they will just use zinc. Right. And I can think of one person in particular, and after 2 weeks of having a bad cold was like, I just can't seem to get rid of this cold. And I'm like, well, what are you using? I was just zinc.
Right. Right.
And I hate to laugh, but like, vitamins and minerals that's not medicine.
Yeah.
And whether you're
right.
You might believe in taking medicine or not, setting that as whatever. Sure, but like, sure. I don't care. But zinc is not going to cure your cold.
Right. And that's what we mean. I mean, I'm a big advocate that food is medicine, because you want yourself to be as well as possible.
In the literal sense, food is not medicine.
Right.
Medicine is medicine. So when you need medicine, take medicine.
Right.
But food can have a wonderful effect on our bodies, for sure.
Yeah.
And food and different things in food help us in, from a longevity standpoint when it comes to immunity or organs function, lifespan, all of those things. Sure. Right. It's not a guarantee.
Right. Right, but that's the other thing. Yeah, of course.
Right. Loading up on 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C right now is only going to give you scurvy.
Well, and diarrhea.
I mean,
because our body
it's just going to make life awful.
No, I mean, in fact, 2,000 is the limit, actually, until people start, getting diarrhea from vitamin C. So
from vitamin C.
Yeah.
It's not going to help. And I don't mean to be an asshole. It really is more like, please don't fall victim to spending money on these things. Cause it's and that's the thing. Like we're not charging people to hear the right advice, because it's so important to me, I think to you as well, that people just stop being manipulated in the nutrition world. Because I think the statistic is like 80% of people are confused about nutrition.
Oh my gosh. Well, but why wouldn't they be?
Why wouldn't they be? Right.
It's contradictory messaging throughout media. There's nothing solid that's really available for people. And then when it is, no one wants to see it because it's not flashy enough, I mean, it's a really weird thing out there. And I mean, we all can admit that, we all know what we're attracted to. I mean, we admit that, but it's just it's a confusing world out there, but in particular, the supplement world. I mean, so much of that, rates are different. Quality is different. Not all
quality.
None of that.
Well, in mixing and matching.
I've
had a lot of athletes who are like, oh, I take blah, blah, blah. And I'll look it up online and it's got, things that oppose each other. And I'm like, oh, well, keep spending the $50. Oh, well, you're not going to believe what I tell you. So it's just like, I mean, I say that, but it's really a lot of that stuff out there is just not worth it. If you eat all types of foods, you're in good shape. Good quality food. You'll be in good shape.
And
but in terms of taking vitamins and minerals with COVID going on, sure, if you want to take vitamin C and zinc and your multi and vitamin D or whatever, I mean, I've seen that as well. That was another one that people I don't even want to say researchers, I think it was a doctor in India came up with this idea that vitamin D would be the solution to COVID.
Oh my God.
So a lot of people,
that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people have been loading up on vitamin D, which again, vitamin D is wonderful for you, but we can't always believe that stuff. Like there's never been a point in history where we have experienced a virus or a bacterial infection pandemic of this nature where trials have been done within weeks.
No studies.
It takes no studies. It takes years to figure out if vitamins, minerals, ways to eat to actually work. And things are still coming out from the 1980s where they have proven things in the 80s that now they're like, as studies continue, they're like, oh well, I don't know, so
totally.
Things are always evolving. So with stuff like a virus and vitamins and minerals, you really got to be careful. And there by no means any way that any of what is out there as quote unquote working is is even possible in a 3-4 week period,
and that's
5-week period.
Yeah, and that's a really good point too. But and the other thing in regards to that particular ad that you sent me, or that lady, it makes me so sad because it's all in response to the fear. It's taking advantage of people's fear, of their desperation for for a cure, or to be safe, or
right.
it makes me so upset.
I know. And just feel fear because you feel fear.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't
have to
need
react to it. We don't have to jump on it. We don't have to do anything because of
we
it.
can, it goes back to just sitting.
Yes.
Yeah. Sit with your feelings. I feel fear.
And releasing it, and also know I am love,
Right.
I am actually complete. Just sitting here, I am enough. I have everything
Right.
I need. These are the things that we want to be telling ourselves. But we can also say, hey, I'm also really fearful about this. I mean, I'll admit, it is a scary thing. How can you not? But I'm not going to live in that place. I'm going to personally acknowledge that, yeah, this is scary. Why? Because we really don't know anything about this. And we really don't know, however, I'm also going to stand in my gratitude. I'm also going to stand that I love what I do. And I'm so happy to actually be doing this service with you, Annie, and, all the other things. I'm so happy with my family. And so, you know what I mean? I love my life. So I'm going to just continue focusing on that right now, so.
Right. Oh, 100%. Focus on the things that make you feel good. And ultimately those fears will start to kind of fade away.
Yeah.
So I know there's a lot of layers with all of this, but I do think it's really important to send that message out there that, like, A, it's okay to be fearful. B, continue to social distance all the days until we have to. And C, you can't boost your immune system.
Right. And we're going to talk, I really want to talk more about supplements at some point, but I'd like to know your questions, guys. So again, if you have a minute and you want to know something, because this whole supplement issue is a huge issue.
Huge.
And I'm ready to dig into it because I understand. So, again, let us know if there's something specific in regards to supplementation that you want to know about. All right.
Awesome.
Signing off, guys.
Peace out.
See you again soon. Bye.